How far does your money go when living in the Philippines? This country attracts expats, retirees, and budget-conscious travelers with its affordable lifestyle and stunning surroundings. This breakdown covers essentials like housing, food, and transportation to help you navigate life in this diverse country. Whether you prefer the buzz of city living or the calm of rural areas, you'll discover how costs compare and what to expect. Stick with us as we break down every major expense you'll face in the Philippines, offering practical tips, comparisons, and insider insights to help you plan your budget with confidence. First, let's talk about housing in the Philippines. How much does it actually cost to live here? Whether you're renting or buying, the expenses vary greatly depending on where you settle. If you're considering urban areas, here's what to expect. In Manila, the country's bustling capital, renting a one-bedroom apartment in the city center can set you back anywhere from 25,000 to 60,000 Philippine pesos a month. Cebu, another major hub, offers slightly lower rates, ranging from 20,000 to 50,000 pesos monthly. Meanwhile, Davao provides a more budget-friendly option, with similar apartments costing around 15 to 35,000 pesos. What about smaller towns? In rural areas, you'll find significantly cheaper options. One-bedroom apartments here often go for just 5,000 to 10,000 pesos per month, making them ideal for those seeking simplicity or working with a tighter budget. This leads to a common question: should you rent or buy? Buying requires hefty upfront costs, such as down payments and taxes, but it's a valuable investment. Renting, on the other hand, offers flexibility and lower initial expenses but doesn't provide ownership. Ultimately, understanding your lifestyle needs and financial limits is key to navigating housing in the Philippines. So, which one suits you best? Now let's explore the cost of food. What does it take to fill your pantry or enjoy a meal out? Whether you're stocking up on staples or dining out, your expenses can vary based on location, lifestyle, and preferences. Let's start with groceries. Rice, a daily must-have, costs 53 pesos and 30 cents per kilogram. Vegetables such as tomatoes and potatoes range from 91 pesos and 95 cents to 123 pesos and 70 cents per kilogram, depending on the season. For meats, chicken fillets go for about 245 pesos and 50 cents per kilogram, while beef rounds are approximately 409 pesos and 30 cents. If you enjoy dairy, expect to pay 101 pesos and 20 cents per liter of milk and 436 pesos and 30 cents for a kilogram of local cheese. What about dining out? A meal at a local eatery is affordable, averaging 150 pesos. If you're aiming for a mid-range restaurant experience, a 3-course meal for two costs about 1,500 pesos. International dining can be pricier, with coffee alone costing anywhere from 20 pesos at a street stall to 250 pesos in high-end cafes. For monthly food budgets, single individuals spend 5,000 to 10,000 pesos, while families of 4 typically allocate 12,000 to 20,000 pesos. Choosing local, seasonal products can stretch your peso further. How would you adjust your lifestyle to fit these costs? Let's dive into transportation in the Philippines. How much does it really cost to get around? Depending on whether you rely on public transport or own a vehicle, the expenses can vary greatly. Public transportation is the go-to for many. Jeepneys, the iconic mode of transport, have a minimum fare of 13 pesos for the first 4 kilometers and an added 1 peso and 80 cents per kilometer after that. City buses offer affordable options, with ordinary ones starting at 13 pesos for the first 5 kilometers, while air-conditioned buses cost 15 pesos initially and 2 pesos and 65 cents per extra kilometer. Tricycles, ideal for short trips, charge 10 to 50 pesos based on distance. If you're in Metro Manila, the MRT and LRT fares range from 13 to 28 pesos, depending on how far you're traveling. What if you own a vehicle? Fuel costs average around 57 pesos per liter, with monthly expenses from 5,000 to 10,000 pesos based on usage. Maintenance can run you 10,000 to 20,000 pesos annually for basics like oil changes, while comprehensive insurance typically starts at 20,000 pesos a year. Parking in urban areas adds up quickly, with fees averaging 150 pesos daily. Public transport is affordable and accessible, but owning a car involves significant costs. What's your ideal way to travel? Next, let's take a closer look at what it costs to keep the lights on, water running, and devices connected. Utilities and internet are essentials, but their costs can vary widely depending on where and how you live. Electricity bills for a household using 200 kilowatt hours per month average around 2,000 pesos. Factors like the number of people in the home, regional electricity rates, and heavy use of appliances like air conditioners or water heaters can make a big difference. Water expenses, on the other hand, are typically more modest, ranging from 300 to 600 pesos monthly, though frequent laundry or gardening can push these numbers up. Internet services are an important expense for many households. A reliable 50 Mbps broadband plan costs about 1,399 pesos per month. Larger families or households that stream high-definition content or game online may need faster and pricier options. Living in urban areas like Manila often comes with higher utility rates due to demand, while rural areas usually have lower costs but might lack high-speed internet options. With careful planning and provider selection, households can manage these expenses while meeting their needs for connectivity and convenience. Shifting our focus to healthcare, the Philippines provides a blend of public and private options, each designed to meet different budgets and service expectations. Public healthcare is supported by PhilHealth, the government's health insurance program. Annual contributions range from 2,400 to 3,600 pesos, offering basic coverage for services like inpatient care and non-emergency surgeries. Public hospitals are known for their affordability, with doctors' consultations typically costing 500 pesos and emergency room visits averaging 2,500 pesos. Private healthcare, while more expensive, offers advanced facilities and quicker service. Health maintenance organizations or HMOs provide prepaid plans, with annual premiums between 10,000 and 30,000 pesos. Private health insurance, which offers even greater flexibility, ranges from 40,000 to 100,000 pesos annually. A night stay in a private hospital starts at 2,500 pesos, excluding additional charges like doctor's fees or lab tests. Costs for consultations and hospital stays highlight the contrast between public and private care. Public hospitals provide economical options, while private ones deliver premium services and amenities at a higher price. This dual healthcare system allows individuals to choose between affordability and enhanced care, ensuring options for a variety of financial situations. Moving on to lifestyle and entertainment, the Philippines offers a variety of recreational activities, with costs differing based on location and preferences. For those who enjoy leisure outings, cinema tickets range from 250 to 350 pesos per person, depending on the venue. Fitness enthusiasts can expect gym memberships to cost between 1,500 and 2,500 pesos monthly, while specialized fitness classes like yoga or Zumba add 500 to 1,000 pesos per session. Additional options include renting a tennis court for around 420 pesos per hour on weekends or attending events, where ticket prices start at 500 pesos for local concerts and can exceed 5,000 pesos for international acts. The difference between urban and rural living is notable when it comes to lifestyle expenses. Cities like Manila, Cebu, and Davao offer a wide range of entertainment options, from high-end gyms to diverse dining and shopping experiences. However, these conveniences often come with higher costs. In rural areas, residents typically spend less on entertainment, with activities centered on community events and outdoor adventures. While this simplicity is budget-friendly, occasional trips to urban centers for variety can add travel expenses. Ultimately, where and how you choose to spend your leisure time plays a key role in shaping your entertainment budget in the Philippines. Let's wrap up with education, where costs in the Philippines differ greatly depending on whether you choose public or private institutions. Public schools are the more affordable option, as government funding covers tuition for primary and secondary students. Families, however, still need to budget for uniforms, school supplies, and PTA contributions, which can total 2,000 to 5,000 pesos annually. For higher education, the Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Act waives tuition fees at state universities and colleges or SUCs and local universities and colleges, LUCs. Students, however, shoulder personal expenses such as books, supplies, and living costs. Private schools provide a different experience but at a steeper price. Annual tuition for grade school ranges from 30,000 to 100,000 pesos, with high school fees climbing to 50,000 to 150,000 pesos. Private universities vary widely, with tuition costing 70,000 to 250,000 pesos annually, depending on the institution and program. For instance, Ateneo de Manila University charges around 98,000 pesos per semester. Beyond tuition, additional costs like books, 10,000 pesos yearly, and uniforms, 5,000 to 8,000 pesos, apply to both public and private students. Public schools excel in affordability but may lack the resources and personalized attention that private institutions provide, making the choice a matter of financial capacity and educational priorities. Living in the Philippines offers affordability and variety. But how does it stack up against other popular destinations in the region? Did you know that Thailand and the Philippines both rank high for budget-friendly living, but the difference in costs for essentials like food, housing, and transportation might surprise you? Stay tuned as we dive into a head-to-head comparison that could reshape your perspective on where to live in Southeast Asia.